Okay, welcome everyone. In this video, what I'm going to be doing is going over the pre-launch, and I'm going to break this video into two parts. So I'm going to be focusing specifically on just 4 sections, and I'm going to break them down. I'm going to put all 8 here, 8 strategies, but I'm going to be only focusing on just a little amount of them because it's going to take me like hours to go through, and I don't want to break this video and put it into because I recorded this before, but I accidentally didn't have the video on. So I don't want to have this, as a 4-hour video because that's how long I was recording for. And I just got over 4 points. So I'm going to go over the pre-launch and everything involved. And as I'm recording this, I'm listening to on Spotify a playlist that I made for you, and it's called Ecommerce Accelerator. And this is the official playlist for the Ecommerce Accelerator students. And if you're looking to focus, get results, don't listen to music, listen to this instead. This is something that you can listen to for a long time, and it enables you to focus. It's calm, soothing music for relaxation. It's just really good to help focus binaural beats. So I'm going to put that below so you can get access to it. And while you're working and you're doing these activities, you're going to be able to use it. Now, let me quickly go over the whole strategy. So in the pre-launch, there's 8 tools that you're going to be utilizing. And number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Number 1 is the Facebook ads. So we're going to be doing Facebook ads for leads plus likes. So we're going to start building reputation on Facebook. The second one is my favorite, and this is there's no order. They're just 8 strategies. They're basically distribution strategies, and I'm going to Google that for you in Webster's dictionary. Distribution is basically advertising, market research, marketing, sales, all in one. Most people get it confused where they're like, what is distribution? But it's just like your most simple way to explain everything that you're doing within an entity. So the act or process of distributing. Let me see if I can. The sum of money withdrawn from a fund? No. So pretty much in business, when someone says distribution, all they're referring to is market research, marketing, advertising, and sales. Or pretty much just market research, marketing, and sales. That's like your distribution strategy. Or how do you get your product, someone to buy it, so to speak. And your logistics, and you ship it, and that's pretty much exactly what they all are referring to. Yep, and this is one of our distribution strategies, and there's no specific order that they're in. So strategic alliance, and then we've got which I'll maybe you might be familiar with it, probably not. And it's different to influencer marketing, although they do have overlap in senses. Like you can explain one of them and then confuse it for another one. But influencer marketing is a little bit different because we treat them as different assets. And then you've got blog marketing. And in number 5, and these ones I'm not going to cover in this video, I'm going to cover them in the next one. We've got product market fit. So we're going to be looking for more products that are that are going to be our lead products, because we're going to have a lot of products in our store, but it's a matter of which one are we going to specifically test the market with, if that makes sense. So because we're not going to be able to go out there and test every single specific product, we can only focus on a certain amount. So we're going to organize it in a way where we're focusing specifically on the best possible products to start with, which is going to be our product market fit. Which ones do we lead with? Because you'll have a lot of options. You'll be confused, but I'll just show you how to break it down, do research, and find out which one do you start with and lead with. And then we've got public relations, which is getting media outlets to so we can use them on our brand. And then I've got our coming soon funnel, which is going to be awesome. Coming soon funnel, we're going to be doing email automation, etc., etc. And number 8, we have content marketing. I should call it social media marketing. Social media marketing, right? Social media marketing. Now, in this video, we're only, and we're only going to be going over these ones here. As you can see, I've just highlighted them. So the other ones we're not going to be going over, but I'm going to leave them there. And I'm going to take these and I'm going to build a specific point out for each one of them, because a lot of them are complex and I want to go through them very slow, just so you understand how they all work, so you're not confused at any specific point and you know exactly what you need to be doing to use them. And we're going to start off with Facebook. And Facebook's actually an easy one, but a strategic alliance, a lot of these are like things that you have to do, and no one can do these for you. Again, you have to do these yourself, meaning like I can't go out there and create your pages, run your ads. It's kind of like someone can do it, but at the end of the day you still have to be there. And once you've got it working, then you can outsource it, but you have to do it yourself first, because Facebook knows who's in your account and who's doing stuff, and they want you to be the founder of it. They don't want anyone else doing it or touching it, so you have to go ahead and do these things yourself. As we're starting out, you can't be like, that's it, I'm going to hire someone. That's just not a very good strategy for success. I recommend doing this yourself. I just want to get rid of that. And so remember, we're only going to be focusing on these ones. Now, some of these you can and can't push live on your website straight away. And let me explain what I mean by that. So this one, we can push live on the website. This one we can do straight away. This one we can sort of do straight away. Blog marketing we can do straight away, but we can't publish everything live straight away to the website. So it's not there's not going to be a scenario where you're like, well, I can't do any of these because I don't have my website. Because you might be on the 2-week mark. Remember, this is week 2, video 2 of the training. So you might be like, well, I can't do any of these strategies because I don't have my store ready. So that's fine. We're just going to still do them, but we're going to save the content, then we're going to do them later. But let's focus on the first one. So the first one is 2 strategies that we use. And number 1 is what we do is we run ads to third world countries and we get 5,000 page likes. Now, Facebook needs, and your consumers, like your clients, the people that are going to be coming and shopping on your site, they need to see some level of trust. And not just the clients, the potential clients, like the leads, but more than ever, Facebook needs to see a level of trust. And the number is 5,000. And I'm going to show you how to get 5,000 page likes for like $100. And you're going to get 5,000 page likes on your page. Now, we're running them in third world countries, and it's just a single ad down the bottom. It has like a like button, and that's it. And then you just run it for like 3 days, get 5,000 likes on the platform. It's not some black hat strategy. We're running them to third world countries, and you're probably thinking, well, shouldn't I be running my page likes ads in, Australia or America or Canada? Okay, let me give you a story. A company that I used to work for, they were so interested in getting likes in Australia that they thought, the more likes they had, the bigger their the business was perceived by the clients. So I was like, okay, let's do it. And we're paying like $5 per like, or $6 or $7 per like to get someone to actually click that button in Australia, because the market here is so small. It's like 26 million people. And then I stopped working with that client. I went over to another client, and he's like, I want more likes. And I said, well, I know this strategy that's easy. And I said, look, based off of your market and my experience of working in this market, likes don't bring sales at all. And that's true across pretty much every business. Unless you've got a very concentrated audience that you've built up and that's authentic, the main way we're going to make money, because we want to do it fast, is not from building a brand in terms of likes, right? We build a brand, but we're not going to do it in terms of Facebook likes. That's on their platform. We want our own clients, people buying our product, customers, clients, right? They're the definition of someone who's buying the product. And someone who is like that's a real like. When someone buys something, now they're really giving you a like. So we're not, some people might be like, oh, this is, sketchy, but no, trust me, likes don't matter. And you want to get to 5,000 likes. You see all these Instagrams and stuff, most of it's all fake. The only thing that matters is the money that goes into our account. And then the second strategy is we run an ad, and what happens is we use a software, and we run this one for 14 days before, because we won't have our store yet. And I recommend, even if you've got your store, you still run this one. It's a lead gen, and what we do is we have a software over here that I should have put a little circle that handshakes it, and it passes that that lead, that name and email over to Klaviyo. Right? So we're generating leads, and then the goals that we're going for is, this one's easy, it's 5,000, and this one, all we're going for is we want 300 to 1,500 leads in 14 days. Now these are like leads that are, because leads is an email. Leads meaning like name, email. A lead is like some form of like hard data. Email is the best form of data that you can get on the internet. The second best is a phone number. The open rates on a phone when someone sends you a text message is insane. I've probably sent you a text message, you probably opened it. Everyone opens their text messages, unless they're like that person that's got like a million messages, then they're not doing it. But a lot of people open their text messages. So it's really good to have, it's just a really good all-round strategy to have a lot of leads. And we're going to start from scratch, and we're going to build up, a big source of leads that we can just use throughout the life of our business. Because once we've got a lot of leads, they never go away. And plus it's data that we can use to generate sales. So let's go ahead and do that one now. I'm going to use Safari for this over here, and I'm going to go to business.facebook.com. Now you would have made this in the last video. So I made this ad account, this business manager over here, which is going to be, I'm just going to rename this one to, just for the purpose of this. What you want to do, now yours might look different to mine. So I want to show you something. Your user interface. Yours actually might look like this. It might look like this as soon as you sign in. Now this is Facebook's new way of trying to simplify stuff. But what you want to do is you want to come down here to go give feedback, and you want to go switch to business manager. And then you go switch, and they're going to pretty much ask me to do some feedback. I'm just going to do that. That's all I'm going to do. Some random information just so I can get through to it. And they're going to bring me to this page. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to click these 9 dots, and I'm going to click business settings, which is the sweet spot, right? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll down to I'm going to get rid of that. And this is where you pretty much want to be every single day. This is the place you want to bookmark. This is the place where you're going to be running your business. So what I recommend is you come down here to business info, and you click edit, and then you you add all of your information within here, meaning you add your primary page, which would be like John's fishing store, right? You would add your fishing store in here, whatever not your fishing store, but whatever your store is called, you would add that in there. And then you click here and add your legal name of the business address. So you put in here all of your details, and you want to put your tax ID. Remember, you should set up a company, because Facebook's going to charge you 10% for every transaction you do. And if you've got a company, they don't charge you that. So that's another reason that you should set up a company. And if you don't have one, go back to the welcome week and set a company up. Now what you want to do is you want to do your verification process over here, and you want to send an email. Now I've got another business manager that I'm using for this, and that's the Ecom Capital one. So what I want to do is on the business info side is you can see I've already authenticated mine, which is good. So you're going to want to go ahead and authenticate yours. And what we're going to want to do now is create a demo ad account. So what you want to do is click on demo ad account, and then click on add and click create new ad account. Okay, so I'm going to go again and go over that again, just in case you missed it, because I don't want you to miss what I'm going over. So business info, what you want to do is you want to click like edit, and then over here, you could like add your name. Before we advertise, remember, and this is, common to happen, Facebook wants to know if you've got, a legitimate business. And we have to add all of the details in there because Facebook isn't like, how with companies, this is a good analogy, with companies you hear about them getting audited by like the IRS or Australia, like because the government just wants to come in and check that, you're operating with your numbers and you're not evading tax, main reason. With Facebook, they want to make sure that you are, not selling people stuff and not actually delivering the product. They want to know that you are a real business. So what we can do is we can add all of our information into Facebook. So everything is clean and clear, and we're setting it up for the long term. Remember, we're not doing it quick. We're not doing it fast. We're setting it up correctly to operate for the long term, because Facebook's a real asset. We're going to be running business ads on Facebook for a long time. And if we just, think of it as a quick money grab, we're never going to really get the fruits of the labor that we can get on the platform. So what you want to do is you want to come down here to business settings. And if any point in this I'm going too fast, just all you have to do is just go back and rewind it. And what you want to do is it will ask you to verify your email. You want to verify that. You want to turn on two-step authentication. You want to add account creation limit. You want to make sure that's set up. Now you won't be able to verify your business, meaning like your add account creation limit will be 1, but you won't be able to verify your business. Yours will just say it should be like a grey button, and that's because you haven't spent any money on ads. Legal name of the business, you want to add all your details in there, and then what you want to do is you want to click on payment methods, and what you want to do is you want to add a payment method. And I'll give you a quick tip. You never, ever want to use a PayPal account. You notice on an ad account level, they'll ask you like, yeah, sure, you can use a PayPal. But you never actually want to use PayPal. You only want to use Visa, MasterCard, or American Express, because Facebook knows that like people that are on PayPal tend to get declined more. So they actually charge you a premium if you go ahead and use it. Now, if I go down to here, see this little button that says promote, or this button here that says boost post, never click that. It is the equivalent of throwing money down a toilet. Never ever click that. Shouldn't even have to explain it, right? This is how we run ads the professional way. This is how elections are won in the back end of this platform here. So we should never actually have to go ahead and, go that way. We should always do it this way. And you want to add like a Visa, MasterCard. Don't choose PayPal. Never ever do it. If you're doing it, you are just stupid. So don't do that. Now, what I want to do now is I want to go up to my, I want to go to accounts, and I want to go Instagram accounts, and you want to make sure that your Instagram account is connected. And then what you want to do is you want to click on add accounts, and you want to create an ad account. Now I've already created one, and you want to call your ad account like add account 1. Like that's it. Add account 1 or add account 2, add account 3, and then you want to choose your time zone, and then your currency. And a little trick that most people don't know is if you're an American, you're trying to advertise towards Australia, you actually have a better chance to get cheaper cost per impressions, meaning to put an advertisement in front of 1,000 people, CPM, is cheaper if you have a localized currency and a localized time zone. Just a little trick that most people don't know. Now, what you can do is let's say you'd go next, and then you would have your account, and then you can add yourself to it. You just click add person, and you can like assign yourself to it if it doesn't automatically assign you. Now we're not going to do anything else because that's going to come later on in terms of other stuff. You might have learned about other stuff, etc., etc. We're just doing this way. Then what you want to do is you want to open your ads manager. And remember, the 2 campaigns we're setting up was this one. We're going to do this one first. Your 5,000 page likes. And then we're going to do the lead gen one. So let's focus on this one first. And how you do it is I've already got it set up here, but I'm going to create another one. But what you want to do is you want to go to your page. So we're going to go back and we're going to go business settings. Now in SMS Rush, what you want to do is you're going to want to open up SMS Rush, and there's a link to this below. And if you don't, click on it. There's a link where you can create a free account below, and you want to do it. You want to create a free account. It's good. It's a great resource. We're going to be using it when we're doing social media marketing to automate our post, and we're going to track competition, etc. But what you want to do is you want to go to SEO, and we're going to go to like keyword overview. And whatever your business is, let's say you're selling like fishing lures, for example. And this goes across to any business. What you want to do is you'd want to click on this, and you want to find like a blog, something that isn't someone actually selling fishing lures blog. And I'll show you what we're doing, because before we can run ads, we have to have at least 3 posts on our Facebook page. So I'm trying to find just at least 3 blog posts. I don't want to go to advertising. I didn't have much surf traffic. Maybe just put your niche and then blog. And then we're going to come down here. And that one is competition, blog. I'm going to click here, and you just click it and it will open it up. And I just want to take some tips, okay, this one's definitely a blog. Join millions of anglers who agree. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to click on it, and I want 3 of them, and 13 tips fishing from a boat. So I'm going to copy this, and I'll show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back to, and I'm doing it in Safari because you'll notice I'm clicking back and forth between Safari and Chrome. And the reason I'm doing that is because of Chrome is set up, for my own business, and this is just for demo purposes. So what you want to do is then you want to go to pages, and we would have created it in here. Then you want to go view page. And if you've already got a page and you created it, but you need to add it in there, you can just click add page and then go add a page here, and then you can search, whatever your page is called, you can search it and then add it in here. But then I'm going to go view page, and I'm going to post these 3 blogs. Rather than writing my own content, I'm just going to use another person's content, because you can do this at the 2-week mark. Yours will have a cover photo. I just don't have that, and a profile picture. And what you can do is you can come in here and post it, and it's going to fetch a preview, and then I can get rid of it. And now what I can do is I can go back and I can copy this top section. So I can copy the headline, which is 13 tips. Boom. And then what I can do is I can go ahead and copy like the blurb, the short snippet of what someone sees before they decide to read it. And then I can post this. Now I've only done 1, but what you want to do is you want to go ahead and post like 3 of these. And that way, when we go to run ads, Facebook sees this as like a legitimate operating business. And then you just want to take, whatever, and yours might be different. If you're in the fishing market, I wouldn't recommend just coming here and choosing whatever I choose. I would choose whatever you want to choose. Makes sense? Good. And because you want to post at least 3 blog posts. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back to my ad account, and yours will be called like ad account 1, and I'm going to go open in Ads Manager. Now, what I'm going to have to do is create this 5,000 page Lux campaign. So what I do is I click create. Now, I'm going to educate you on all of these later on, what these are. But for now, and I'll just do it real quick now. There's only 3 of these that we ever use. We only ever use engagement, lead generation. We only ever use engagement and lead gen starting out. And then we only ever use conversions. We never use traffic. That doesn't ever work. It will drive a lot of traffic to your website, but you won't get any sales, because it's just Facebook. You're basically just telling Facebook, drive me traffic, but don't drive me sales. Conversions is, and I'm going to, show people ads to the most likely take a valuable action, like making a purchase or adding payment info on your website, right? Conversions is the main one that we run. If you ever want sales, you run conversions, but we're going to do another whole campaign training on that. So what you want to do is you want to click engagement, and it's going to say what type of engagement: page likes, event responses, post engagement. We're going to do page likes. And then what we're going to do is we're going to call it page likes. And then make sure that you name everything the same that I name my stuff. So page likes, 5,000 likes, and we're going to create the ad set, and we're going to call it third world 20 to 50. Third world 20 to 50, and then we're going to call it fishing. But yours is different. So yours might be beauty, or yours might be pets, yours might be golf, yours might be outdoor, like whatever, it doesn't matter. But whatever yours is, the niche, you just choose that. And then for the ad, you just go, whatever your brand's name is. Mine's John Fishing. Yours won't be John's Fishing Store, because yours isn't not called John's Fishing Store. Continue. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at all this. I'm not going to click anything. If I don't click it or I don't change it, that means don't touch it. Okay. And I'm going to change the budget to 100. And I'm going to click on here and change it to 20 to 50. Now, I need to add the countries in the locations part. So you've got the top part, which is the naming convention, the page type, budget and schedule, audience, and then you want to click on what audience do you have. And I've got them already in this campaign over here, which I made for the other video that didn't record. Third world 20 to 50 fishing. I'm going to click it and click edit. And you can pause it and add them. These are the countries that you want to add. So you want to add India, Pakistan, South Africa, Turkey, Thailand, Philippines, Trinidad and Tobago, Kenya, Egypt. They're the countries that you want to add. 20 to 50. Right, and now I'm going to go back to the other one because I'm creating it pretty much with you. Here, boom. Yep. Edit. And then what you want to do is you want to set it at 100. Okay? And 20 to 50, you should add all those countries in here. For example, you add the Philippines. I'm not going to add them all because I just showed you. You can pause it and add them. And then you choose an interest that you're going to target. And I'm going to put in here like fishing. And I'm going to go fishing, and you can see here it's got like one. You only ever add one interest, and but yours might be like beauty or golf. So if it's golf, I just search golf, and I'd click it. And you should have in this number over here. I never really look at this number to make a really defined, clear decision, but this number here should be like 500 million. Okay, detailed targeting expansion. Never turn that on. Then what you want to do is you just want to go next, and then what you want to do is click an image. And Facebook just got rid of stock images, so you can't use stock images anymore. So what you want to do is you want to search an image on. You can just use your cover photo. I've just got an image in here called stock one. And how you add an image is you just you can search the internet for a brand. What you want to do is you want to choose a brand image. Ideally, and you can do that. Now, if you want a custom image, I'll show you something. This is below. So this is a link below that you can get this application here, and you want to go ahead and get it, and you want to get the pro plan. Now, your business is going to revolve on custom graphics constantly. When we go to mold and brand our own products, we're going to need, graphics, designs, etc. So we're going to need people who know how to do designs. So we have to come here. Now, ideally, I would get the team version because it has illustration, UX and UI, and graphic design. Now let me explain something. So remember how I talked about in the last video, I'm constantly talking about the affiliate program. And remember, if this is like, because I just said like it's gonna spend $100 a day on ads, $100 a day on ads for 3 days, and then you're gonna have to do like $400 a month. Plus I've got a discount code that I can give you guys for this one here, $499 for unlimited graphics. So $499 minus 15%, a month on here. All in all, our operating expenses per month are less than like $1,000, which is sweet. Like we're starting a business. Most of the time, expenses for a business are absorb it. You're typically looking at like, if you start any other type of business, you're looking at $30,000 a month. Here we're going like less than $1,000. But remember, you can apply for the affiliate program below. And I've got people in this program from all age ranges. Meaning, I've got people in here from, they've already been in business and they've made millions of dollars. I've got people in the program that have done that. I've got people in this program who may be unemployed and they just put enough money to give it to get started. Right? I've got people from all walks of life. Here's the thing. I recommend everyone joins the affiliate program because we're going to have, and I'm going to put it here, we're going to have business expenses. But I'm giving you the affiliate program so you can use funnels. I'm giving you funnels, proven funnels. I'm giving you 1, 2, 3 ways. And you're taking, we're going to have business expenses. But my affiliate program for you gives you all of my profit so you can run your business. You're going to, every time you see a business, it's not just profit. There is always going to be expenses. Always. There's no, you can't dance around that. It's inevitable. So what we have to do is we have to, counteract that. And one way that I thought that no one ever done it was let me think of a way that you can have an affiliate program. And I will give you, if you promote, bronze, I'll give you $1,000 cash. And for silver, I'll give you $3,000 cash. And for gold, I'll give you $6,000 cash. Right? Monthly. So every month you do all the work, you promote it. My team will close them for you. All you have to do is just basically document, this is how the program works, and you can apply it below via the Jotform link. All you've got to do is promote it and pretty much send them our way. And you've probably already got, I show you how to instantly do it within a month and how to get at least, bare minimum, you'll be able to get at least 1 silver in a month. So that's $3,000 to cover your, cost of advertising operations, and then you can do this forever. It doesn't go away. You can promote it and cover it. So there should never be the objection of, I can't do this, it costs money, come up. Never. You should never use that as a cop out, because I'm how can I make it so you can succeed? And if this is a problem, join the affiliate program. Okay? So that should never be a comment, or that should never be a question that comes up. I can't do this because I have no money. Well, you can either join my affiliate program and get this, or you can go for, Uber Eats driver. You can go and become an Uber Eats delivery person, or a menu log, or whatever, or Deliveroo or whatever, and you can sign up in minutes. And there you go. You're on your way to fund your business. Honestly, most of you, everyone's over 18. Hopefully this makes sense, right? Join the affiliate program. So what you want to do is you want to get this here and how it works. I want to go over it. You can create a design, fill out a simple form, upload any attachments, choose the files that you want, and these guys will create, your images for you, for your ads and stuff, which is so important. We're going to have to be constantly doing this forever and ever and ever. And you don't need a demo. You just go ahead, click pricing. I recommend the team version because it's got custom illustration when we do our content marketing over here. And when we go to get public relations, it's going to help a lot. So if you just want to go all out, I recommend going ahead and, getting that. These guys are trusted by Penn State, Lyft, Reebok, 1-800-Flowers, Coles, CVS, Pep Boys, Uber, DHL, UPS, Calvin Klein, Best Buy. These guys create all their graphics, right? And as we operate your business, it's going to be crucial that we're going to need content forever. So, and I've just got this image here. And if you don't know how to upload an image into Facebook or download one from the internet, it's easy. You can just Google how to download image from internet. That shouldn't be something that holds you back. So you right click it, choose the command, save picture as the background, then save you get it. It's like a little YouTube videos here as well. It's easy. And then when you want to go here, you want to click on media, then you just want to upload it. Now that photo is uploaded to Facebook server. And you want to continue with it. And you just want to, choose whatever yours is going to be. Like yours might be like John's Fishing Store sells everyday fishing tackle to your local fisherman. And notice how it's got the like image down the bottom. And you just want to push that through, and then you go publish. And then this will load along. And then you'll notice it will load. And that's it. And then you've got that live. And then it will be in, if I just refresh that up here and this refresh, you'll just notice it's in review. If it comes back and it says it was disapproved, for some reason they can disapprove just well like ads because you get so many likes so quick. What you can do is you'll go to the account quality and you'll be able to submit it in for a personal review. And then you'll have someone internally at Facebook come in and review it, and you should be good to go. But I'm just going to turn that off because this is for demo purposes. And you'll leave yours on and you're letting it run. So you're letting the likes campaign run until you've got 5,000 page likes on your Facebook page. Time frame should be like 3 days. I'm just going to do like less than 5 because less than 5 days. I've never seen it take longer if you follow that same strategy that I just used. Now let's do the lead gen. So let's get leads opting in. So now I've got one here, cold traffic coming soon, lead gen. Now what we have to do is we have to create a form. So I'm just going to delete all these so I can do it from scratch for you. So I'm just going to delete these in here. Now that other one, you let it run and you come in here and you check it every day for 5 days. Don't turn it off. Don't check it every like 5, 15, 30 minutes. Don't be like, wow, this is amazing. Yeah, it's going to work. You don't have to come in and check it. Just set it up, get out of there. Meaning get out of Facebook. Now, the other one. So what we have to do is we have to go to business tools and then click business settings. Now we need Klaviyo for this one. So open Klaviyo in a new tab. And what you want to do is you want to navigate over to pages and you want to click, your store, and you want to click view page. Now, what you want to do is you want to go ahead and click on Publishing Tools. And you want to go over to down the bottom. You can see all the way down the bottom is Forms Library. And you want to click on try Business Suite. They've moved it. And what you want to do is, I'm just going to delete this one. This was the other one that I created. I just want to archive that, that form for you. And what we want to do is we want to set up our CRM, but we can't do that first. We have to create a form. So you want to go over and just click this blue button that says create form, and you want to go new form, next, and you just want to call it coming soon, 14-day. So coming soon, 14-day lead, little column, lead generation. And then what you want to do is you want to go leave it as everything here the same, more volume, intro. You want to go use the image from your ad and enter a headline. So you want to go be put on the list or get access to our list. So when we launch, you get a discount. And it should be 59, 56, 59 of 60. And then you will enter. You want to go as a special thanks from your store name, and you'll just enter yours in there. When we go live in, you want to go 90 days, we're going to, as a special thanks from your store name, when we go live in 90 days, we're going to give you a discount gift card in which is exclusive to our store, and you can use it on any of our whatever. And then you want to explain what you sell, and you can use it on whatever you sell when we go live. Apply below now, limited timing, right? And then you want to click on down questions, and you just want to add full name, email, and then you just want to go enter your full name and email below. That's it. And then you want to go privacy, and yours will be like whatever your store's called. So it might be like it would definitely be privacy policy, but it could be called like HTTPS. It's going to be like www.yourdomain.com/ privacy policy. And it'll be something like that. So your domain might be like whatever it is. Mine is John's Fishing Store, so yours will be whatever it is here. And then what I want to do is I want to click completion. Thanks, you're all set. And then you just want to add whatever your website link is, and you should know it. But they're not going to be able to, buy from the website. We just have to put it there because they don't give us any other option. They only give us the option of call, business, or download. It's a matter of like download what. Then what you want to do is you want to go publish. Oops, invalid parameter. I think it's talking about here. So I'm just going to have to put John's Fishing Store, but you would enter your own domain. johnsfishingstore.com. And then if I go publish, it should bring me through. So I've got that here. Now what you want to do is you want to click CRM setup. And you want to click it. And I've got to delete this one because I set this up in the last video. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down here to integrations and click leads access and click customize. I just have to disconnect it. So, no, I don't want to do that. I just want to be able to disconnect this here, so I can properly, show you how to set it up. I want to disconnect my CRM so I can show you how I did it. Just going to go ahead and figure out how to. Are your leads guys? Hopefully this tells me. Right. Just don't know what they've done with it. They've moved it. So because I need to, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to connect it. I'm trying to do this handshake here, and I did it yesterday, but now that I'm trying to connect it, disconnect it so I can show you how I to connect it. We're going to set up the lead gen campaign so we can handshake the data over to Klaviyo. So every lead that we add goes into our email list. Just going to pause it so I can go ahead and show you how I find it. Okay, I had to log into the system, which was LeadBridge. Now, Facebook used to run it through Zapier, and I'll show you what I mean. If I click here, go to my history and search, I think it was this one. They used to run it through Zapier, which was what I thought they were still running it through, and they just recently changed this. So I was reading through it, and they just haven't updated their documents, which is fine, but I connected it yesterday, so it's easy now. You want to go search CRM systems, and of course we're just going to put in Klaviyo, and then it's going to connect through LeadsBridge, which is awesome because up to 1,500 leads, it's free. And then we click connect, and it's going to ask us to create an account, and we can, continue, or it's going to ask you to either sign in or create an account. And if you sign in, you sign in, but we're creating it through Facebook. So you just want to click on and we'll just go through and create an account. It's very simple. Now, the problem that I had yesterday is you might have to click this button like 3 times. Which is a bit annoying, but this process, I had to click continue as user 3 times, and then it took me to this thing here, and once it takes you here, it's working. So that's how I knew I was, good to go. It just takes a little while to load because it's doing that handshake process. It's doing this, and this is the process that you can't speed it up because it has to go through the internet from one server to another, and it has to go to Klaviyo, and then Klaviyo has to go back to lead gen, which is Facebook. So just so you know what is happening. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on here, and I'm going to go coming soon 14-day lead gen. Click it, and then you go next, and it's going to ask me to put some data in that. But if I go to Klaviyo, now we have to go to Klaviyo, and I have to show you what we have to do. We have to log in, and you're going to log in with your account. Mine was support at John's Fishing Store, and you go ahead, you log in with support at John's Fishing Store, and whatever yours is, remember. Now what we're going to do is we want to go to list and segments. And what we want to do is we want to create a new list. And how you do it is you just go create list or segment and you click list and you name it whatever your list is going to be, but you don't add a tag, and then you just go create list. Now I've already got one, and and what you want to call it is Facebook lead form coming soon. Notice I have one member in there. It's about to be 2. So what I want to do is I want to select the list, and it's the Facebook lead form coming soon. Double opt-in? No. And I want to show you something. So you want to click on Klaviyo, and you want to go, you want to click on these little 3 dots, and you want to click edit list settings, and you want to make sure that single opt-in is turned on. It's going to be automatically set to double, but you want to click single opt-in and click update list settings. It's important that you do that. Everything else, don't worry about. And then you want to come here and set it up. And if you don't have it, you just want to go back, let it load, and then you just want to go back to it. You want to go to next. And you want to go select your list again. Facebook lead form, no. Do you want to receive email receipt each time a lead is coming in? No. Next. And it's gonna now ask me to authenticate the stuff. So we're gonna get rid of this one, and we're gonna because we're only asking for, remember, we're not asking for full name, email. We're only asking for specific points of data. So we just want to add in here, and you want to scroll down. You want to click on their functions. Oops. Their full name, as you can see here down the bottom. Email, full name. Email's already there, full name. And if you want email, you just click it, and then you have to scroll down to the bottom. And then what we do is we go, don't find a Klaviyo custom. So you just go, leave everything else as blank, and you go next. Now I'm already in the list, but what should happen is, so test with your contact details. I'm just going to go John at John's Fishing Store. But no, actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to click here and click on my list and segments. And watch what I'm going to do here. I'm going to remove this member from this list. Remove. And then if I click list and segments again and I go back and I go, oops, that was very horrible. Oops, done it again. I just want to leave this as support and go test and publish. Now notice this should go to number 1 and yours should too. And then you want to go publish now. And if I refresh it, that should have number 1 in there. And I want to click on it and watch what I can do. Now this is cool. Customer, they call it customer relationship management. Really it's a client relationship manager, because this is what you do to clients, to teach with customers. But it's got that, order, remember that order idea that's in there? It's got 30 days, all time, $12, and you can add all your data in here, phone numbers, everything. And this is awesome, this stuff, because we can do so much with this in terms of, we can do so much in terms of just keeping everything in place and data, ordered headline to be added. Remember that product that I ordered for $5? Well, it's in here. Got everything in here, like if I send out an email and I open it, it's going to be tracked all in here. So we want to keep that. That's cool. Now we want to go done. Now what we're going to do is we're going to click down the bottom again. We want to go back to we want to get out of this and we want to go back to, the main business manager. We can close out of Klaviyo now because we know all leads are going to go in there. But if I click settings, I might have to go through this process. No, so I'm going to have to click on this little button down the bottom and go switch to business manager. And I'm just going to go add and just put in some random details just so they can push me through. I don't even know why they asked that. They shouldn't have changed it. They removed settings. It's so annoying. I should never have done that. And then I'm going to click business settings. Now we have to set up the other campaign to generate leads, and we're going to run this one for 14 days. And then what we're going to do is we're going to switch to the funnel, the coming soon funnel, which is a beast. It's got email automation in it. It's going to have, it's going to have everything. But you want to do this one now because this is what's going to help us save money by the time we have to do that one. You have to start, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. And the second best time is right now. Same with like the affiliate program. I love to use that quote because of this pure reason. you want to document your journey. You know, people want to see you getting started. People don't just want to see the success story of you all of a sudden making $10,000 in sales. That's boring. People actually want to see you growing, getting started, doing it. Yeah, they might not be paying as much attention, but once you start to then show them sales rather than just say, here's sales, everyone's going to be like, yeah, right. Like, what'd you do to get that? But if you've documented that whole journey, people are going to be like, you know, this guy knows his stuff, which is important, and you want to do that. So we're going to click on the ad account. Yours will be called ad account 1. You want to click open in ads manager. I'm just going to close out of this so I don't have too many tabs open. And then what you want to do is you want to come here and you want to click create. And then you want to go, now we're doing lead gen, collect leads for your business or brand. And then you want to call this one cold traffic lead generation. I'm just going to take that out of the caps there. Generation. And we're going to go, the name of it will be like US. Now we're advertising to US because we want leads equal money. You know, the money's in the list. The money's in the email list. And we're going to need a lot of leads forever if we're going to want to grow our business. So the money's in the list, and that means that we have to collect leads forever. For the whole life that we own our business, we have to constantly have lead systems constantly set up, generating and farming leads and putting them through email automation. So, where do we want our leads? Well, not in India, not in Pakistan. That doesn't matter. Likes don't equal dollars. We can't go to the bank with our Facebook likes and tell the bank, hey, I want to deposit my Facebook likes. Or you can't buy food at the supermarket. They're going to tell you to go away. They're going to think you're weird. But leads turn into sales, which is easy because then we can send them emails. That's hard data. People are giving us their email because they're saying that they want to be sold to. So it's important that we now advertise in either, you might be in the US, Australia, or wherever you want to advertise, and you know where your market is, and you should have done market research. You should know, where your market is. So you should get a good feel of that. So what we're going to do is we're going to now do, marketing. I'm going to set it up as 20 to 60, and I'm going to just do fishing for the main one. And yours will be whatever. If you're on fishing, this isn't actually what I would spend money on. So don't just look at what I'm doing and be like, yep, I'm just going to copy Fletcher because, that's what to do. No, don't just copy me just because I'm like, if you're on the fishing market, don't just copy me. Like, you have to use your own research, etc. Like, I wouldn't put any money behind this. I'm just doing it for demonstration purposes. If I still do it in terms of setting it up when I'm launching a brand, but I wouldn't do it if I was you. Meaning just copying the interest that I'm about to do. So you do what I'm doing, but you don't copy the interest. You don't just, yours would be whatever interest you want to go after. If it's in fishing, you can do the first one as fishing, but if it's in beauty, you want to do beauty, or if it's in golf, etc. And then you just name this whatever your name is. Continue. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on go down. Everything in here is fine. Leave it as is. And fishing. Now, it's going to ask me to view terms. Like, for example, what you want to do is you want to agree to the terms here. I've already done it for the other page, so I don't need to do it again, but I'm just on John's Fishing Store. And what I want to do is instant forms. I'm doing calls and doing instant forms. It's on Facebook, and I want to set this to $10 per day. And I want to set the start date. I want to start it at Monday at 12 a.m. And yours will be whatever the next day is. So right now it is 11:41 p.m. So you want to set it as like the next day at a.m. And you want to set an end date. And your end date would be 15 days from now. So it would be the 29th at 12 a.m. Right? Start date, because we want to have a full day's run rate with it. Now what we want to do is we want to click on our locations. And we want to put in United States. Click it. We want to get rid of Australia because we're just focusing on one country. Most people will be like, yeah, I want to advertise in all these countries. Well, you can do that when you've got millions of dollars. Then we want to do our age. Remember, it was 20 to 60 up here. 20 to 60. And our detailed targeting is, I'm just going to put in one for fishing. Now, I just want to put in fishing. Now, don't go up here and look at these numbers and be like, I'm going to get 7 to 21 leads, or this doesn't matter. This has no indication to whatever your numbers are going to be. So don't look at that and say that that's going to be it. And now remember, I haven't clicked anything. I haven't turned that on. If that's turned on, you turn it off. Everything else is left blank for a reason. I would have talked about it and touched it if I wanted to do it. You want to go to manual placements, and you want to click on in article, turn off, search, turn off, in-stream search, turn off, stories, turn off, messenger, turn off. The only ones you ever want to keep on for cold traffic is Facebook newsfeed, Instagram newsfeed. I'm just going to close these down just so they're not all in the way. And what I want to do now is click next. Now, what you want to do is, like, I've got this graphic here, as you can see, but you want to make sure that you go to Penji and you get a custom graphic designed for your store. And you want to have, I'll give you an example. You want to have a graphic design that is like an example of, hey, this is our brand, our logo, we're coming soon. It's good. You want to do it, get a logo, get a brand done, and tell them you are, coming soon. So you're going to want to do that. Now, and you can upload that image in here, because now we're going a little bit more fancy. Ideally, you want 4 different types of graphics that you can upload in here. And then you have to upload some text and stuff. So I'm just going to put the same image. I wouldn't put any dollars behind it, but you will. So I'm going to add some short body copy here. John's. So I'm going to put it call out. I'm going to call out to the market. Are you a fisherman or fisherwoman? I just want to add some copy and follow what I'm doing. If so, now, this is advertising copy. Most people be like, oh, but we're just getting started. Yeah, I get it. I know you are, but let me ask you this: do you want to make money? I can't come out there and be like, hey, what's going on, guys? We're called John's Fishing Store. I had the idea that I wanted to make some money, so I put this store together. I don't really care if that's not going to work. You'd never ever succeed if you did that. So what we have to do is we have to tell a story, and we have to get people interested. We have to do this. You can't just, no one cares that you have an online store. No one cares. No one's just going to buy from you just because it's built. If it's built, they'll come. That doesn't exist unless you have the, for example, if Facebook got invented today, like some new form of Facebook, no one's going to go to it. You have to market and advertise that thing. And Silicon Valley has this stupid mindset that it's like, yeah, but if we build the product so good, we're not going to need advertising. Imagine if it worked without advertising. Imagine how fucking good it would be with advertising. Right? You'd probably be 10 times bigger and be able to impact more people. Businesses need salespeople, which is most businesses don't have enough salespeople. Businesses, which is their distribution. Businesses need marketing. Businesses need advertising. Businesses need sales. Businesses need this stuff. They need it. It is the blood of the business. Remember the input of this thing. I can give you the most fanciest, prettiest business in the world, right? This is your system. This is your business. But imagine this. all you had was a store, and you had all your operations set up, but no one was buying from your store, and you had it out there, you'd look like a fool. But the easiest way to get people to buy is to build marketing campaigns consisting of advertising copy, which I'm going to go into deep on week 3. Salesmanship in print. I'm going to go deep on it. It is the best thing. You're going to need it. And there's a lot of books out there that you can buy on it, because there's a lot of people that are better than me. I've done very well. I've made all of my money with copywriting, but I need you to effectively do it. So that's going to be in week 3, but I'm just going to go over it very quickly now. This is a call out. Are you a fisherman or fishing woman? I don't want to leave anything out. Maybe if I can put those together, does it work? No, it just looks weird. Fisherman, but fishing woman doesn't work. You've probably never heard of us before. We're called John's Fishing Store, a small boutique fishing store located in the east coast of the United States. We offer fishing lovers of all sorts the best fishing tackle and equipment you could possibly use to catch fish within your local waters. Now, listen closely. We're getting ready to come. We're getting ready to come online. Now, what that means is they're probably like, oh, well, these guys are already trusted. They've probably already got, local stores all over. Now they're coming online. We're getting ready to come online within the next 90 days. We want to offer you an exclusive invitation. Now, I'm not just like, please buy from me, please buy from me. I'm like setting it up and positioning it in a way where the person reading it is like, fuck, that actually sounds pretty good. So the opportunity to become one of our first online clients, and we're giving the opportunity to 100 people. All you have, now I'm going to sweeten the deal at the end. All you have to do is simply click get offer below. Now I'm going to scroll down and I want to change this button, the call to action. Notice how it says sign up. I'm going to change it to get offer. Is simply click get offer below so you can be in the draw to be added to the list, which will give you a first hand view into what we are selling and what we are into what fishing equipment we are going to be offering. We've also got a first time client, I'm not saying buyer, first time clients discount. So enter your details below now before this is gone. And then I want to go the team at John's Fishing Store, and that's it. Now notice how like I put the big offer in here, like that's it, short and sweet. Now I'm gonna add a headline, like because someone's scrolling on Facebook's probably reading this and they're scrolling through Facebook and it says, are you a fisherman or fisherwoman? Anyone who's fishing probably is going to stop and be like, yes, that is me. We go, awesome. I don't know what just happened there. Facebook just glitched out. I'm just going to refresh this. Just going to copy this ad copy so I don't have to put it back in again if it deletes itself. I have no idea what Facebook just glitched out on me. All right, and now I'm going to click edit and I should be good. Yep, so it's here. And then I want to add a headline. And the headline that I'm going to add is attention. Now remember, you've got to add an Instagram profile photo if you want this to run on Instagram. So make sure you upload that on there. So I'm going to call it attention. Oops. Oh, that's annoying me. I want to get rid of that. And I'm just trying to get this attention fisherman and fishing woman. Important announcement. Oops. And that's it. I'm just going to leave it as that. And then I'd click publish. And then what I would do is, notice how if I refresh this, it says scheduled. What I would do is I would click on duplicate and I would change this by 9. So I would set this up to be 9 copies of ads. Now this is going to spend $100 a day. And remember what I said, 14 days, $1,400. We should be paying $1 per lead or so forth. So we should be spending around $1,400, right? But remember, if this is too much, there's the link to the affiliate program below. It doesn't matter. Even if you've got $1 million cash in your bank account, you should be signing up to the affiliate program. It's the best thing ever. It's part of your business model. You can take money from that you can take the money that you would make off of me selling my product, and you can use it and document your journey. It's like becoming a celebrity. You basically just get paid to show people that you're making money. It's the best thing ever. I don't care if you've got $1 million cash in the bank. You don't need sales to start. That's the best thing. It actually burdens you if you just go to the market and say, look, I've got sales. But if you can go back and document your journey and showcase everything of what you're doing in the business and what you're doing to change just set it up. Remember, I don't want anyone to complain about it. I can't spend the money on ads. I thought long and hard about how I can give you guys pretty much close to free money. You've all got and you're not selling to friends and family. You're not even doing any selling. Basically, they booked a call in the calendar. My team gets it all set up and done. That's easy. You don't have to worry or think about anything. It's important that you know that, because I put a lot of energy into it so you can make you successful. And I don't want you to hold yourself back by saying I can't do it, because that's not true. You can do it. So what I want to do is, now I've just changed. I got rid of copy and I got rid of that. Now I'm going to click on this blue one here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add an interest in here. And I'm going to add in something like fishing. And I'm just going to add all these fishing interest. So fishing techniques. Oops. And if you're on Chrome, yours won't be that laggy. I'm just going to copy that. Command C, because I'm on Mac. And I'm going to paste that in there. And then what I can do is I can click suggestions, and it's going to show me the closest ones to this. So I can use all of these because my market's probably in all of these. Now, I was going to say this before, but I wanted to say it now. You never add to interest, detailed targeting interest. This is what they're called, interest targeting. You never add two within the same ad set. Let me ask you why. Because if I add 2 in there and one of them brings the sale, there's no way for me to find out which interest it was that brought me the sale. Yeah, I can say it was either fishing tackle or techniques, but scientifically from first principles, I'm never ever going to know which individual one it was that brought me the sale. So I only ever add 1 interest in there. Now, I'm not going to add all these interests. I'm going to let you do it on your own. All I'm doing is I'm just adding them. In fishing tackle, clicking it, and I'm making sure that I have an interest here, and then I copy that name and I add it here. Then I click down on these 4 dots again, and I keep going through and adding them. And it is simple, like fishing, rod. Like one of these might just bring in a lot of sales. And what we do is once we find for example, in the fishing market, I might, if it's me, what I'm doing is I'll set up 50 of these to run it at $500 a day. But you can't do that. Like you might not have the budget to do it. So you got to start, and you might have to go into the affiliate program first, make some money, wait a month, and then come in and do this. And then you might have to, in that time, you might have to rely on the other 8 strategies to do this. Right? But it's important that we do it, this way. So, because I want to know, and at the end of it, at the end of me testing 50 interest, I'm going to know, hey, this one was bringing in the most leads. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add them all together into one ad set. And I'm just going to come in, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to crank this budget here to $900 a day. And I'm just going to see boom, just sales just come. This is how you just doing that, just grow stores so fast. You just make it's so much fun. Now, what you want to do is you want to change your columns. So you want to, once you've done all of that and you've got an interest and you've fact checked it and you've got an interest in every single one of them, you want to click review. You'll be inside of it. And then you just want to go publish and make sure that you publish every single one of them. And you do that, you click here, edit, and publish all of them. Okay? Now what we want to have to do is, I'm not going to do every single one because I'm not going live because I don't even have any, I don't have 3 posts or I don't have a profile picture. But you want to click on columns and you want to click on coming soon tracking. And you want to go to custom columns. But I've already set mine up. So what you're setting up is your custom columns, and I'm going to make it from scratch for you. So we're going to click custom columns, and here's what you want to set up. You want to go delivery, amount spent, impressions, reach, link clicks, cost per link click, CTR, CPM, and off leads. So what you do is you come in and then you go customize columns, and yours will look random. For example, yours might look like something like this. So you just come in and get rid of all of them. And you just want to come in and you just want to make yours look like this for the coming soon. Because then what you want to do is you want to click the little star button, which I will show you is up here. You want to click this little star button and go back and then put it in the bookmarks bar, save it, and then you just drag that all the way across there. And let's pretend that's Facebook Business Manager. Because once per day you come in and you can check it. Make sense? Good. And you just want to set them up using the following. So you can pause it, use the following ones. Delivery, amount spent, impressions, and you can come in here and just search it. And then leads, you never leave offline leads and leads on. Remember, I've only got on Facebook leads checked because then it's going to track it. So amount, delivery is going to tell me if it's delivering or not. Obviously now it's scheduled because it's going to go live in 1 hour. Amount spent was, how much it's spent per day. The impressions, the amount of people the ad has come up on their feed. Reach, the amount of people that it's reached. You might have impressions is always going to be higher than reach. I might have only reached 5 people, but they might have seen the ad 10 times. That's called frequency, 2 to 1. Link clicks. You've got your link clicks here. And then you've got cost per link click through rate, and it's link click through rate, not just click through rate, but it's link click through rate. CPM, cost per 1,000 impressions, cost to get 1,000 people to see the ad. Leads on Facebook leads, and then what was the cost per lead? Should be looking at anything less than $2. Anything $2 less than a lead is good. Anything more, probably going to need to write some new ad copy and then do it again. So once you've set it up and it's working, and you come in and you can go the last 7 days and you can see that it's in KPI, meaning key performance indicator is less than $2. Don't touch it. Let it run. Don't be like, oh, I can see money coming out of my bank account. It's meant to. It's meant to come out of your bank account. That's why we put your card on the account. And remember, don't get scared. The people that get scared never win. But the people that win, they don't just be like, oh, I can't do it. They just join the affiliate program. Right? And that's it for that one. And then you just want to push it live and then get out of there. Don't go into Facebook again. Once you know that it's working, after 3 or 4 days, you'll be able to know that if it's working. You never touch it for 4 days. And then you can watch it. And if it starts to, get expensive in terms of the leads get more expensive, then you just come in and change it. Now, let's do a strategic alliance. Okay, so let's go over strategic alliance. Now, this has a lot of commonalities with, influencer marketing. But strategic alliance is using the goodwill, the time, the money, the resources, the energy that other company has invested into their business. And what we're doing is we're using the goodwill of them to use it for our business. Let me give you an example. I don't want to do that now. I want to draw a circle to show you exactly what I mean. So it is pretty much the simplest way I can put it is a non-direct competitor. So it's a non-direct competitor, but they have our potential clients, right? And they're a non-direct competitor, but they have their potential clients. Let me give you an example. If I'm in the fishing market, it could be a local guide, right? But one local guide isn't necessarily enough. So local fishing guides in USA. How many local fishing guides are in the USA? So 60 million anglers, but I'd want to find a list of all of them, right? Now this isn't, you can't just go and search this because then everyone would go and do it, right? But this is different and strategic to every single business that goes out there and does it. So they're a non-direct competitor, and I'll put a list out of just some examples over here just so you can get an idea as to what these things could be. So it could be, brick and mortar, selling different products. So you might be focused on specifically selling fishing lures. That person might be selling not fishing lures. Therefore they might have your audience. They could be a blog company. They could be, I can't just pull them any, depending on the different industry. It could be a manufacturer of a product that's in your market. It could be someone who, there's so many, like for example, I'm using the fishing market as an example, but it could be someone who is, they're not influencers, they're not individual people. They're not people. So people would be called like an influencer, right? So they're not a singular person. It could be another company selling another product. It could be, blog content. It could be so much, but the real kicker is over here. And I don't have like a full directory of lists because they go on and on, depending on the market that you're actually in. There's like an unlimited amount of these things. But let me explain something. The goal here is we're trying to get, let me just break the numbers down to you. So the numbers. So we're trying to get a minimum of 30 joint ventures or strategic alliance deals set up. Joint venture, strategic alliance, right? We're trying to set them up. And what the math behind it is if we get 30 and they refer us times traffic, so 30, they refer us 30 visitors to the site, and those 30 visitors bring us, so I'm just trying to work out, let's say they only bring us 6,000, 6,000 visits on the launch month, right? And our conversion rate is 3%, right? Which means if our conversion rate is 3%, 6,000 times 3% is 180 clients, which equals 180 clients. And if our AVO, our average order value, is $50, we can go 50 times 180, which I've got my my calculator out here. So 50 times 180 equals $9,000. Oops. And let's say for them to refer us that traffic, we're giving them 20% of each sales revenue, which would mean that their total that we have to give to amount to our JVs, our joint ventures that we'd have to give them, would be a total of times 20%, $1,800, and let's say our profit margin is 40%. So that would mean that if you go 9,000 minus 1,800, you're left with 77,200 minus 40%. So we're left with $4,320 profit, right? Which isn't bad, because if you divide that by 7, that means you're making 432 divided by 4. You're making like just over $1,000 a week, which isn't like, it's not some crazy number, but it at least proves to you that proof of concept is there. Could be more, could be less. I've seen businesses do it and get to $1 million. It all depends on the impact. We're focusing on like just getting 30, right? And then I'm going to show you how we get them in a second. So that's all we're doing. We're just focusing on getting 30 joint ventures onto our business. And very simple, easy to do, right? And $4,200 in profit. But the more you get, they might refer more traffic. These are just very average numbers. Now, let me explain what we do to get these guys. Oops. I don't know why. Maybe because it's rubbed everything out on the screen there. Just going to get rid of that because it was annoying. So how do we get them? That's the question. Well, you have to use Google. You have to go around Google search, and some of the market research, you would have found some indirect competitors. You would have used SMS, or you would have SMS Rush, or you would have used some sort of formal tool, and you would have found some sort of competition out there, joint venture, strategic alliance. They could even be a company that is allowing you to drop ship their products, and you go ahead, you partner with them, and you use them as like a strategic joint venture partner. And now what we have to do is we have to go ahead and contact them. And then what would the best strategy that we use is we use direct email outreach. And I'll give you an example. So I'll use like a subject example of one that we used ages ago, email body copy. And when we go interested in a strategic alliance. That's like the copy. And that's the subject that you would put in the email, and then your copy would be dear, that company name, XX company name, whatever theirs is. I'm writing to you today. We're taking our e-commerce, we're taking our brand, John's, or whatever your company name is, your company name, online. And we are interested, I'm just recollecting from when we did it, interested in doing a joint venture with your company. And then I want to point out the obvious. It looks as if you are a non-profit direct competitor, which means there will be no conflict of interest, because they're like probably sometimes like, oh, conflict of interest. Sometimes they get scared. Those people are pretty much the poor people. And we wanted, are you free? And then I'm going to do this. Are you free for a 15-minute chat on Zoom to talk about this? I've got X, and then you put 2 times in there, to give them 2 options, XX time and XX time available. And then you just go like your name, sign off, your name, right? And you want to do that. And the reason why we do that is because we just email them, and you might have to send this individual email, 1,000 times. You're like 1,000 times. Well, that's the thing. Like, this is like free traffic. Joint venture, strategic alliance. Yeah, like free traffic isn't going to be like automated, click a button and yeah, we're sliding down a hill. Nothing. You show me something in life that is that, and I will, gladly buy all of it, because it doesn't exist. You either have to spend money or you've got to put a lot of energy and time in. And this one way is like the best way to do it. Strategic alliance, joint ventures. It's a great way to do it. And then when you're on the phone, you just explain to them your business model, what you're doing. We're a newly found company. We're going online, and we're wondering if you would like 20% of. They're going to be like what products you're selling. So this one you can do. You can't really do until you've got your store. Then you could go ahead and show them your store. They're going to go look you up on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram. But if you've got some content, and you can't do this now, but the thing is with these strategies, they might not make sense now, but they all fall into place. For example, this one will make sense. When they go and look at your Facebook, you're probably going to have more likes in them because we just set up the Facebook ads like campaign. So you're going to have 5,000 Facebook likes on your campaign, which therefore is going to make you, look like a more predominant figure within the market. And that's strategic alliance. Now, I'm going to take this and put this here. Oops. And I'm going to paste that. No, it's not going to work. But for influencer marketing, it's kind of the same thing. But there's a distinctive difference. We are not targeting, remember, we are not targeting people, we're not targeting like non-people. So we are targeting, they're like mini celebrities, and there's no real thing as a celebrity anymore because pretty much anyone can be an influencer. We're targeting, which just influencer just means there are certain people that has I'm going to Webster's dictionary for you. They're like pretty much a person who just has influence over a specific subset of people. Therefore, your niche. Influencer. Oops, spelled that wrong. Influencer. So, one who exerts influence, a person who inspires or guides the action of others. Influencer. They tell someone to do something, they go and do it. And what we're doing is we're just finding them on really 3 main platforms. So the 3 platforms are number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 1 is Instagram, Facebook, and then you've got YouTube. Anyone who has like a YouTube following or someone, and the thing is, what we're doing is we're going to message like 1,000. Again, the same numbers of math apply, but when you message these guys and they say, oh, well, I need to have the product for free or I need to be paid, tell them no. You say, if you're so confident in your following, rather than me just paying you, whatever your audience generates from the content that you post, I will give you a percentage of the sales from. Or if you even want to be really long-term thinking, you can say to them, I'll give you 100% of the revenue, 100% of the profit that comes from the deal. I will just give it to you, knowing that you can make your money when the person rebuys again on the back end. But at the start, you're probably just going to work out a deal with them. I wouldn't be like trying to just, clients are worth more than, anything. So I wouldn't be going out there and trying to just get a lot of money. I would be just trying to establish a relationship with more clients and strategic, these are kind of like strategic alliance 100%. But it's not, it's somewhat of a joint venture, but it's more of a an agreement that you're doing with them to promote your business. And you want to set these things up. And the best way to do it is if some people are going to be like, yeah, I need money for it, but you might not have capital laying around to give these people. If you have my affiliate program, you can just go and earn the capital and give it to them. There's your problem solved. But you want to be able to, at least have some leg up for you to do it. And the best way that I recommend to do it is to give them a percentage of, you say to them, hey, if you're ever running low on any content post or you're not getting much business, here's an offer that I want to give and I want to let you think about. But you don't just contact one, you contact hundreds, thousands, a lot of them, 100. You contact so many of these businesses that at the end of the day, you're not relying on one, you've just built a big force of heaps of them. So the cumulative exponential effect, remember Warren Buffett's net worth, is exponential. Influencer marketing, that's like the best way to do it, and think long term. Now let's go over blog marketing. I'm just going to close these ones out because I'm just going to quickly go over blog marketing, and I'm going to hit more of blog marketing SEO, but I'm going to put the action items for this here because this one's pretty cool, and I just want to make that a little bit bigger. So all we're doing here, 1, 2, 3, 4, it's going to drop these down so they look neater. So what we're doing is we are writing 20 to 30 500 word blog post. And remember, in the operations training, I showed you how to do a blog post in Google Docs. These are based off of purchase keyword search terms. So when someone goes to Google and they search like a purchase keyword, and I'm going to give you an example, which would be like buy fishing lure. Now you can't outsource this, you've got to do this yourself. Everyone else will just screw it up. Remember, you can't just go and pay someone to do this without you proving the concept yourself. You can't give an unproven system for yours, because for example, this works, I know it works, I do it in my own business, but for your specific business, it's going to have different market, different niche, different desires, different pains. It's different. You can't just be like, yeah, plug and play this strategy, and you can't just hire someone. It won't work. So, and you want to use SMS Rush to find the best keywords, the best purchase keyword search terms. And more on this in the marketing week of the training. Right, more on this in the marketing week of the training, because like this is just all you want to be doing now, and you're not going to be like, oh, I got spelling mistakes. That doesn't matter. Like Facebook has spelling mistakes in their damn help articles and blog posts. You're not the most polished, best business in the world. You don't have to. You're not going to have millions of people looking, but the cumulative effect of everything that comes from this is going to be exponential. So I've got a list here of everything that I'm going to link below. I'm going to link the book, the graphic design tool, Spotify, SMS Rush. Now the book was something that I wanted to link below and explain to you. It was a book by Peter Thiel, and it was called 0 to 1. I'm going to link the audio version as well as the physical. I always recommend buying the physical because it always beats the audio, because you can underline it with a pen, and then when you go back to read it again, once your business is doing it, it's at a different stage. What you can do is you can read it and it will make more sense with this specific core business. It's just excellent to do that. So what you can go ahead and do is buy the book, and one of the chapters in it that they talk about was money. They talked about money, and it's like it was a Bible verse. It was like it was by Matthew the 15th or something, and it was like the quote, "Thee who has money will get more, and thee who does not have money will then have less." And it was like unquote. It was something like that along those lines. But I'm going to put the book below. It's called 0 to 1 by Peter Thiel. How to create value in a world. How to think on the future in terms of a business. It is an awesome book. I'm going to put it below. And how it's going to help you is in terms of like thinking in terms of, innovating within your business, which I want you to think about, because I don't just want you to be like, I'm just going to go ahead and in the long term, I don't want you to be thinking about your products and thinking, oh, I'm just going to, maybe find out the best product in the market and then do a little feature or a little ad to it, because that's not adding anything new to the world. That's not exponential. That doesn't change someone's life radically. That doesn't improve your client's life dramatically. So we have to make the product as best as possible and really think, is this even the best way that we can make this product, and fix it, and then which is product innovation. So I'm going to put that below. But what you want to do is you want to go to SMS Rush and you want to go to SEO, and we're not doing competitive, research in terms of like someone's domain, how many backlinks have we got, that's later. What we're going to do, and remember there's a link below, you can click it and you can sign up and get a free trial. We're doing SEO, we're not doing local SEO, we're just doing SEO, and we're doing keyword overview, and we're going to search like a keyword, which might be like free examples, right? Might be like buy, anything that's buy, remember, and then there's like buy fishing lure, buy fishing gear, and then it might be buy fishing rod, buy fishing tackle, buy fishing, equipment. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go analyze, and it should bring me, like, some of them don't have much traffic, but I'm going to click on this one, and most of the times there isn't, but it will show me like what is ranking. Most of them are stores, but as you can see, these ones are just all stores, so these ones have no whatsoever value in terms of any of them. But there's no, like, you can write a blog and it could be called 7 of the best fish, how to choose a fishing rod. Here's like an example of one that's ranking. That's might not be getting much traffic, but that doesn't matter, because we're focusing on where to buy a fishing rod, which one's getting the most. So buy a fishing rod is going to be the best one if your store sells fishing rods, and you'd write a blog that's like with the headline of the blog might be, and this is more in the marketing training on SEO, but this is just a strategy that you can use. It might be something like 7 of the best fishing rods that you can buy, where to buy. So buy fishing rod is like the most common search term. Where is the most common, what the 7 best fishing rods that you can buy, and then you might rank that up and then run ads on it or something, and it might be like a blog that looks like this. And you're going to have your header, remember your header of your website, and your footer. And this might be like very too much long-term thinking for you, but in terms of it, it is, really powerful. And I'm going to show you how to do it in the later training. But for now, I just need to explain it because you'll be able to come back to it. You're just going to have like your image. This will be like an image, and it could be like an illustrated image that you can get done on Penji. And then you're going to have like your headline, and then you're going to have long body copy, and you're going to have another image, call to action, then you're going to have another body copy, and then call to action. Let me explain. So you're going to have, and I'll explain it to you. Headline, which is like 7 best fishing rods that you can buy right now in 2020, 2021, and then you've got body copy, and this will be like value. You'd be doing it, but every time you have a link in there talking about a fishing rod, you link it back to your website so people can purchase. And someone would come in here and they'd be like shopping around. Someone will come in here and they'll be shopping around, and they'll go click it, read the headline, makes them want to read the body copy, they read it, and then in the middle with like, hey, we ask them, would you like a 15% off discount on our store to get one of these fishing rods if you liked any of them. Boom, become our client. And then we take them there to our whatever one they click on, we take them to that specific page. And then the thing is, over time, you're going to have like 1,000 of these things. But trust me, you're going to have over time 1,000 of these set up. Most people think all of their money that they're going to make is going to come from like paid advertising. All of the e-commerce businesses that I've seen, it works like this. That's like paid, that is email, and this is what it looks like. strategic alliance, or I'll just put joint ventures. But they don't even know that these are joint ventures. Ads, email, and then social or organic. And in reality, it's a lot smaller. It looks more like this. Ads are there and emails here. That is what it looks like. And this is social or organic. Like that's the main breakout chunk of all of your strategies. Most people, ads feed everything, sure. And they're the quickest way to get a word out there, but it's not really ads that are going to be the best strategy. A lot of your money and your profit is going to come from your organic strategies that you're going to go ahead and do. So now I know that this is the version 1.5. It's pretty scrappy, but in version, like I need some of you guys to try these things in terms of things that you find out that like you might go ahead and be like, oh, I don't have enough information. I need detailed. In version 2.0, which is going to be released in like, you don't have to wait for version 2.0. You can start taking action on this straight away. But version 2.0 is going to have detailed action items, cheat sheets, video tutorials, and everything on how to specifically do each one of these strategies. So you can, make money in sales for your store, but you don't need that. Like I've heard people in the program easily get to $10,000 in less than 90 days without any of these strategies, just by getting on some of the coaching calls. Okay. But these things here, I just wanted to get it out to you, which I know I'd be doing you a disservice if I wasn't getting this out to you as soon as possible. So what I want to do is go to the next one. There's going to be another part 2 of this one, and I'm going to be going over market research for your products, direct outreach, PR, and then the automation, the warm setup funnel sequence. And then we're going to be going over social media content for Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn, etc., which is going to be awesome for you to use. But that's it for this one, and I'll see you in part 2.